big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my hit is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase up the rings, what I do?
Coach, as the 2019 regular season starts speeding toward a conclusion, not too many games remain to be played here in Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Oakland Raiders. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. And from the 25, they worked this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout. And that means your offense has to keep pace.
20.
From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. He's going to rifle one deep. He's got a man complete. The 20, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Adam Thielen, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. McManus's point after is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to break.
Spy 56. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to turn.
This is the former Jet and Brown, Isaiah Crowell. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now left side on the swing pass. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
On 2nd and 11 now. Smith. He's got it complete to Thompson. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. They'll try the air now with Smith. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. T.J. Hawkinson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Cam Newton now with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit with play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance, they're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
16 yards, a first down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential, but when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 11 yards there, first down. Smith will bring his guys up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Smith now to throw. He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
Ready, set. 56, right there, 56. Watch the screen. Let's go.
They'll try and run for it with Crowell. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. They'll try again on second and goal after going backwards to the 12. Now Smith. Buying time to his left. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? Back to throw, Smith. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that part. I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
On second down, Kamara. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for third down.
Gun.
Watch the twist.
Out of the gun, Newton. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. They run. It's Kamara. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
Throwing on second and 3. Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a third and 3. Smith. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
4th and 1.
H3, 218, chop it.
Shotgun handoff to Thompson. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags, and I believe this is going to be a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
This is Crowell. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Hey, Orbit. 56.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Smith eluding the pressure right. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Isaiah Crowell, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front. Bailey got the extra point, and it's now 17-14. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Here we go. Here we go. First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down, it caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Newton. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. That one covers 29 yards. First down. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
Gun. Express! You gotta get moving, man. Man moving. You gotta get that.
Newton on first down. Steps away to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Double. 56 to Mike. Express! Gun. All that. Mike, 56. Mike, 56.
Back to the air, Newton on 2nd down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
They've got to do a better job up front and create some space because they're right there, almost literally on their own goal line.
Just a couple of feet away from a safety. That could have been disastrous. On second down, here's Crowell. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The Raiders on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now a handoff to Crowell. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Ryan Quigley now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick.
The Bengals take over first and 10
Let's go.
at their own 34-yard line.
The Bengals getting set to go. You're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
8. Hey, 56, right there, 56. Here we go. 56, the mic. 8. Check 56. I get it.
Throwing again. Newton being chased out left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Gun. 57 the mic. 57 the mic. Hey, sweetheart. 57 the mic. 57. What is it?
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And the throw there going to be incomplete. I don't know, he had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
You got to stay with it.
That's true. Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. So out come the Raiders. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 1.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. A shotgun snap for Smith. This is Johnson. He's got it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
Ready. 60 Pittsburgh. Check 26, check 26. Tight. Go team, spill. Let's go.
They'll run on first down. It's Thompson, and he'll just burrow his way back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So they are going to call on Dan Bailey here. His career long is 56 yards done in Seattle. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Ready.
57, Mike 57.
Here we go, G. It's just me and you.
Second half begins with a run by Crowell. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Dante Hightower on the stop. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Smith. No, it's out. Smith lost it. And the ball is going to wind up out of bounds, so they will lose yardage, but they'll keep the football.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming.
And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. Melvin Ingram in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. And Quigley now on to punt as he sends this one away. Take it at the 37. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
At their own 48-yard line.
A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Let's go.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They run it again with Kamara. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. The tackle was by the Boston College product Harold Landry.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Gun.
Newton on 3rd down. This is caught. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Adam Thielen, his 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Bengals are once again going to retake the lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
We go. And two stop. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Hey, watch it. Watch it. General West. Check out. Get it.
Now a first down throw. It's Smith. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Great. 20. Express.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. That'll bring up second down.
Let's go, Heavy. 20. Give me some. Here we go. Check 99. Check 99. 25. Check 25. Check 25. Gun. 8. Express. Mike's 56. Who that? 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
To throw again. Newton. Out of the backfield. That's complete to Kamara.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
From the gun on third down, Newton. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. 4 touchdown passes now for Cam Newton. And thanks to the interception, the Bengals offense cashes in with 6.
Complete to Adam Thielen. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it.
57, Mike. 57, Mike, 57. We got it. Win. 8. He's tired of
They snap it to Newton. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. 4 touchdown passes now for Cam Newton. And the Bengals add on to their lead. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score defensively. How do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
15-1.
They begin with a run by Corral. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before?
And he fires one that's intercepted. Quincy Wilson with the INT. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Greg.
56 is the mic. 56 is the mic. And let's pin the mirrors back.
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
56. You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Percent 180, 20. Express. Gun. What is it?
Here's Newton now on second down. But he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Express.
3 down. 57. 57 to Mike. Check Jordan over. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Okay.
From the gun, here's Newton. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that first down now. I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides, when that derriere dips, if you will, that play's over.
The derriere dips, I like that one.
Yeah, been working on it for a little bit. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
Mike's 57. 57's Mike.
Express.
Strip that ball. 57's the Mike. Watch 57. Watch the screen.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Newton. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Cam Newton with his 5th touchdown pass of the game. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go. 10 Lobo.
I got one.
Yeah.
A first down carry now for Crowell. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
Here's Smith. He'll find Reynolds over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now this throw caught left side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. On first down, it's Smith. Dancing to his left. That is incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Jermaine Kearse. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders get a score closer. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Cam fakes the give and keeps it. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The first play of the second half, a big success, over 30 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Eight. Switch it. Switch it. 8. Hey, fast. Go. 57. Mike, 57. Let's go, D. Let's go.
From the red zone now, Newton. Forced out to his left. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's the 2014 NFL interception leader, Glover Quinn. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 71 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now it's Crowell running right. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Buying time to his left. And that's going to be caught for a touchdown. Jermaine Kearse with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. From the gun, here's Smith. And it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready? Ready?
56. That QB's trash.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
8, 20.
Again, it's Kamara. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Let's bring it. Hey, check Mike 57. Danny. 57's Mike. Mike 57.
The shotgun snap for Newton. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. One heck of a 3rd down conversion. 33 yards.
And the Bengal 1st down.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Hey, switch gears.
Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Whistles in a timeout at the 2:05 mark. So this defense wanting to get one more pause in before the 2-minute warning, and they do just that. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. Newton takes it himself, and he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Well, let's see now, Charles. That's 7 turnovers between last week and this week. 3 here in this game, 4 in last week's game.
You know I do my research, right? And I go all the way back to the best coaches that have ever been in this game. And all of them started with ball security in some form or another, understanding that taking care of the ball was the key to winning games. They can't believe what they're seeing right now because they spend all this time on it with the fundamentals, taking care of it, tucking it away, and they're not doing it.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. He was trying to get it to Jermaine Kearse. But now it's third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that's caught by Beasley. A Raider first down, 17 yards. Back to throw. Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They've got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it, but they've got to continue to move quickly.
I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
Flushed out right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
The Raiders on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw. And that will be incomplete. The way he's thrown the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Hey, Delta.
Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know. Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike.
They snap it to Smith. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bengals are going to win this football game. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 46-yard line.
Look at that, ready?
Check 56. Coming to you, coming to you.
The Eagles go down to a knee in the victory formation. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now third and long. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll kick it away for the second time.